Hey, this is JD Frost. Welcome to the Daily Ledger podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're going to be spending some time over the next few episodes talking about the power of day one and the concept of day one. And what does that really mean? Day one, it consists of three things: daily reminders, daily actions, and daily accountability. And we're going to be diving into each one of those areas. I'm going to try to give you some stories related to each one of these. And today we're going to start with the daily action, the power of daily action, and what that really means. Day one came from a time when I was pretty fearful, when I had a lot of stress, when I had a lot of anxiety, when I was worried about the future, when I was worried about things that I couldn't control. And my good friend Rocky Garza helped me to understand when I needed to just talk to somebody about it. I was like, you got to get me out of this. You got to get me out of this. And he said, hey, day one, the power of day one. And what that is that every day is a new day. What happened yesterday, what's going to happen tomorrow really doesn't matter. One athlete that I admire quite a bit, Michael Jordan. If you watch the series The Last Dance, it talks about how present he was all the time. He didn't think about the shots that he missed. He didn't think about the shots that he was going to make or that he had to make, the things that he had to do. He just always stayed in the present. And I think that the power of day one helps you to do that. I know too, that from my own life, when I think about each day at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, that's helped me to stay sober, helped me to overcome alcoholism, which I've never been able to crack that until I started thinking about it as one day at a time. Now, how in the world did I not relate that to business, or how did I not relate that to other parts of my life? It took a long time for me to be able to do that, but it's a way that I'm able to get through any challenge or situation that I have right now that I face. Now I'm facing some pretty big challenges. And so these daily actions that are there to be able to help me to get through that is what I call the daily ledger. This has been developed over a long period of time, probably since 2019, when I started to write down my goals every single day. I'd heard from successful entrepreneurs, from successful people that I followed on Instagram, that writing their goals down every day was the activity, the routine that separated them from everybody else. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show everybody that I can write down my goals every single day. And it started to be this thing that to show people that it could be done. Now, did anything actually happen really quickly? No, it didn't. It took a lot of time. Time is what is necessary in order for us to feel success. I think that if it happened really quickly, that we wouldn't feel the same way. We wouldn't have such that good feeling of success. You know, when you accomplish something that's really hard to accomplish. For me, as the CPA exam early in my career was to actually get that passed. That was something that took a lot of effort, a lot of time. It didn't come very quickly, so I appreciated it much, much more. And so these daily actions, writing down your goals every single day, in my opinion, twice a day, is something that is a action that you can do every day that not everybody does. It is one of the hardest things to do. I was doing it today, and I've been doing this since November of 2019, and I didn't want to do it. I was just upstairs working on it, and I did not want to do it. It took me most of the morning and part of the afternoon to actually get through the whole daily ledger today, because it just takes discipline sitting down and doing that. And you feel like that you're not accomplishing something, but you really are. The power of these daily actions is so incredibly important, because if you can do that every day and remind yourself of it, then you've already won the day. You've already won today by writing down your goals. That's the win. Everything else that happens after that is just the good stuff. It doesn't matter what happens after that. And when you get into that mindset, the idea of goal writing literally reprograms your brain to realize that you've already won once you've done that, no matter what time of day that you do it. Even if you do it at night, I prefer to do it earlier in the day, but no matter what, you've won the day. So the daily ledger consists of goal writing. It consists of writing down what you're grateful for. Writing down what you're grateful for is the best way to keep you in the present. What is right now something that you're grateful for? Write it down if you're listening. You got a notepad, go ahead and write it down. Just write down something. And one thing as far as what you're grateful for that my good friend Harry Garcia has taught me a lot lately is not only are you grateful for things like, you might be grateful for your income. You might be grateful for your friends. I write down I'm grateful for my family every single day. I write down I'm grateful for my faith. But a phrase that he helped me with was, I'm grateful that God has blessed me with blank. And that phrase has helped me a lot, not to just think about things that I'm grateful for, but situations that I'm grateful for. Like I'm grateful that God has blessed me with the ability to talk to you today, to talk to you right now. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. I'm grateful that God has provided me the opportunity to be in the position to lead a group of people. I've yearned for that for a long period of time. And when you start to use that type of phrase and think about the ability that you have right now, the gratefulness that I have right now, that God has given me the ability to run in the morning, to get up at 5 a.m. Grateful for those things, man, that puts you in a completely different frame of mind. So part of the day one daily actions is writing down what you're grateful for. The second thing is writing down what will make today great. The third thing is writing down what is your goal for the day. What's your one thing that if you could get that done, it's a goal for the day. You want to write down at least 3 targets. If you can accomplish 3 things every single day, really get them done. These are targets, which are confirmations that goals can be achieved. Short-term confirmations that goals can be achieved is what a target is. If you can write down 3 targets every day, accomplish those, that's going to make you 1% better each day. 1%. The next thing that you write down on your daily actions, what I write down is what you call, your core power base, your power base of people. Who is involved in your life that you're talking to on a daily basis? Who are those accountability partners that you have, mentors, maybe people on your team? I write down my family members. I write down the team members that I talk to on a daily basis. I'm writing down their name because I want to remember them and I want to pray for them and I want to meditate. I want to make sure that I remember who is with me. That's a reminder of all the people. I've got a long list now. I started with a short list, but I have a longer list now of people that are involved in my life that are helping me to succeed. And that's a reminder of that happening. And then finally, you're writing down what your goals are. Those are your big, hairy, audacious goals. You want those to be big goals because the targets that you write down on a daily basis are the confirmation that your goals can be achieved. The targets are a confirmation that the goals can be achieved. That's what's so key about these daily actions. The power of day one allows you to be able to be present. And this action of the daily ledger, of writing down what you're grateful for, writing down what your goal is for today, the targets, what will make today great, what would make today really, really good. Those actions allow you to win the day. Those actions allow you to practice day one on a daily basis. There's nothing else that you have to do other than when you're writing that stuff down. When you write it down, your brain, us as human beings, we either write it down and we do it or we stop writing it down. One of the two things is going to happen. So it creates a ton of clarity for you on a regular basis of what you're going to accomplish that day. But that's the one thing that you got to do. a daily action, the daily ledger. It's going to make a significant change in your life and help you to accomplish more things than you ever thought you possibly could, overcome any challenge that you thought was possible. It has for me, and it will for you. I really appreciate you listening to the Daily Ledger podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've decided to take action and write down these things that we've talked about in here, please send me a text. I want to know if you're really applying this. 423-503-6014. Hope you have a great day.